The vibe has completely shifted, and I'm
vibe?
freaked out. Welcome to Adventures Unabridged. I'm very proud of myself. I'm very proud of myself for actually saying that right.
You didn't stumble over it.
Yeah. I was expecting, welcome to the welcome
Dude, I didn't even notice that you said the new thing.
A dog!
Yeah.
It was so smooth. Like 7 inches from the midday sun.
Oh, we were talking about that song a minute ago, and
Sex. It's fine. You can say it.
And how sexy it was.
Everything.
And how many of you in the audience are here today because of Rob Thomas's smooth?
That's true. Are you 23 years old? Take a look at 1999.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was a hot one.
yep, like 7 inches from the middays. I said the meeting will come to order, and then it did the opposite of coming to order.
I just like.
Yeah. Sonny,
So
just
old.
your mind blown.
Yeah, I tried to breeze past how old that song was.
I don't want to talk.
I'm sorry if I messed up the cameras for a minute. I did. I totally did. I 100% did. I'm apologizing.
Do we need to start over?
I'm apologizing to the audience. I think it's fine.
Okay.
It's
Remember
new.
how I said the meeting is going to come to order? It did.
We said it was
now
going to
it
be
is.
the same chaos.
Yeah, we did.
Same chaos.
We did. Different name, same chaos. But on that note, in case you did miss the memo, the Secret Adventure Society is now called Adventures Unabridged. It's still the same show, same campaign, same players, same characters, just with a fresh, shiny new name. As such, all of our URLs and handles and stuff have changed, so be sure to check out the show notes, description, or chat, depending on where it is that you are watching or consuming this show right now. And as if a name change wasn't enough, there's more. We have a whole new content offering, introducing Adventures Abridged. You get, it's like there's the two names. We did a thing. Adventures Abridged is a produced and stylized narration, kind of like an audiobook of the adventures of the nobodies from the very start of the campaign, because we know it's really hard for people to watch like 3 hours of content every time you want to watch. I almost said every time you want to watch SAS. Every time you want to watch our show, we know it's hard to like block out 3 hours for that. So we wanted to kind of remove the time wall and give you guys an experience to an opportunity to experience or re-experience the story of the campaign in episodes of 15 minutes or less. So that is available now in at least the first 5 episodes are wherever you get your podcasts, as well as on YouTube. And a new one of those will be releasing every other Monday. We've already been getting some like really sweet messages from people who have been enjoying it so far. So thank you all so much for everybody who's been listening or who will listen and review and all of that fun stuff. We super appreciate it. And on that note, this is session 50. So thank you for encouraging us to do this shit for 50 sessions now.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday! Here's to a hell of a lot more.
Oh man.
So with that, we shall begin. Previously
Hold on.
on Adventures Unabridged.
Hold it. Hold on.
Oh no, her music hasn't.
The music.
You know, if you guys still need a way to refer to the show shorthand, since we're not SAS anymore and we're Adventures Unabridged, you can just call us Ow!
Yeah. Ow!
I love that.
Ow.
Onomatopoeias are great.
Yeah. Previously on
Ow.
Adventures Unabridged. I guess it would be previously on SAS, because previously it was SAS.
Previously on Adventures Unabridged, it's just bars and tone.
After arriving in Shallowgrave and finding that it had been invaded by soldiers, either undead in some cases or charmed in some cases, apparently by the Emerald Flame, Pongu was forced to return to Mardosta to help his magical mentor, Nelina, after an SOS from Nyx. Q, Cass, and Pierce, however, continued on, searching for one of the final treasure hoards left behind by Scott. Following your map, you found yourselves in the harbor exploring an old shipwreck of sorts, covered in putrid, dangerous coral that was actually spitting some kind of gas onto you. And as you explored the shipwreck, you were able to find a curious glass compass filled with some kind of coarse yellow dust. As you were leaving the shipwreck, Kess unfortunately succumbed to the poison of the corals and went into a blood frenzy, attacking Hugh and Pierce. A vicious battle ensued that attracted the attention of the attacking ships in the as well as the Emerald Vein in the sky. You manage to escape and fly north to recover for a little while and, hopefully lick your wounds in a secluded field. However, before you were able to get a long rest, Q noticed that the looming green tendril was actually getting closer and closer. So you fled east in the middle of the night for 4 hours into the sunrise, hopefully further out of the anomaly's path. Pongu. For you, it's the day prior. You know nothing about what I just described. We spoke offline, and you said that you had used the doorknob of GTFO to get to Mardosta, and you're now standing on the threshold of the cottage where you were taught to use magic over several years in a time bubble that seemed to only, for those outside of it, take about a couple of weeks. So, you are in Mardosta. You have come at the call of Nyx. What are you doing?
After Pongu arrives back in Mardosa, he's going to immediately send ascending again. This time, not to Nyx, but to Nylina, and just go, I heard something went down. Are you safe? I'm on my way, and see if I get a response.
Give me a moment to check on something.
Okay.
In the meantime, do you do anything else in Mardosta, or are you going straight to the cottage?
Well, I figure since I used the knob to get back to the greenhouse, I would make rounds. Just being an appropriate guest to try to pop in and say hello to Kessa's family, and pop into the kitchen, refill any ingredients that I might be low on, but definitely just to make sure to say hi to at least Kessa's parents, if not any other brothers that might be wandering about.
Sure. Okay. And you just kind of do this as you're making your way toward the cottage, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Noted. And noted as far as inventory is concerned as well. I'd like for you to roll a D100 for me, please.
Oh dear. Oh, I don't know why I'm nervous. Roll a 2. Oh god, a 2?
There is no answer.
Pongu flies as fast as his little fairy wings can take him.
Okay. So, you make it to you make it to the cottage in just a matter of minutes.
Does Pongu see anything out of sorts?
Outside? No.
And this is before entering in. I'm assuming there's some special thing he has to do to get into the bubble or to the area, or no?
The bubble. Are you talking about the bubble? Do you mean the bubble that you trained in?
That, or just kind of if there's any defenses?
There's no ostensible defenses or time bubble or anything up outside of this cottage right now. Just a regular, unassuming cottage.
Pongu's gonna send Lonnie, Nolani, his familiar, to continually fly around the outside of the cottage to check in if there's anything going on, and he's going to warily approach in mini Pongu form. So he's going to poof and then approach closer.
Okay. Nolani takes off and starts looking around the cottage. I don't see anything.
Are you sure? Nyx made it seem like something was out of sorts.
Not from here.
Okay, just keep your eyes out. I'm approaching. It seems fine, I think. I don't know. Just if you don't hear from me, well, I suppose you won't be in existence either. But if for whatever reason you are and I die, can you Pongu starts to tear up a little bit and goes, will you let Kess and Q and Pierce know that I'm sorry I didn't come back, and I care for them very much.
Oh, stop it. You'll be fine.
I don't know. Fucking Nyx told me to come, and Nalina,
You'll be fine.
if Nalina is injured, what do you think I can do? I'm a hack. I barely learned this magic stuff. It took me, 3 years in a time bubble.
Well, it seems to me that you know the second most about it of anyone on the continent, so
Well, I guess second best is fine. As he says that, he like creeps forward and like peers into the window.
that when you peer into the window, you see Nyx is just like you see Nyx, your tiefling friend. He's sitting on a stool with his head in his hands, and he's sort of he's sort of staring down, and he looks up after a moment. He sees you, and he bolts to the door and swings it open.
Okay, I poof back into big form, and my arms are just kind of like hanging at my side, and but also kind of in this like gesture of like, what?
Come in.
I
And he
like
grabs
walk.
you and pulls you inside.
Pongu is mildly aroused and enters. Yes, what?
Slams the door.
Oh, yes, what?
I don't I don't know what to do.
It is. You're fine. Nalina is she here? Is she stuck? Did she get stuck in one of her
Can you
micro bubbles or?
He kind of points over into the middle of the room. Can you see that?
Pongu turns. What does he see?
Make a perception check.
26.
26. Okay, with a 26, you see it, but you stare for a moment, and there's not really. You don't necessarily see anything. The first thing you see is on a table on a desk. There's an hourglass that you're very familiar with. It's on like a little spindle, so it's one of those hourglasses that you twist and it drains in that way. But it is broken in half, and all of the sand inside is spilled out. And on the other side of it, when you like move around, you move your head around and sort of reposition your body, and you see just a spark, almost like it's piercing. Almost like it's piercing the air, but you can only see it from one angle. When you walk all the way around it, you can only see it from one angle, and it's completely invisible otherwise, almost as if it's two-dimensional. Almost as if it flattens out when you're not standing directly in front of it.
Pongu like surveils around it, and I don't know if it would be helpful at all to use his like monocle as well to like inspect or like see if there's any new things he can glean from it.
Sure. Let me check out the monocle, even though I created it. Same monocle. So,
particularly on the hourglass, because he didn't have the monocle last time, so I wonder if there's any new information he's able to glean.
No.
Okay. If he used detect magic, would anything new pop out? I'm assuming it would just detect time magic.
So yeah, it detects thaumaturgy. Like, are you saying that you do this?
I would do it. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you detect. Almost said. Yeah, you detect time magic. Just all. I said thaumaturgy. It's not what I meant. Whatever. You detect time magic all over the place. Every little knickknack that you're familiar with, but specifically this little point of light, this little dust speckle of light.
I telekinetic mage hand it over to me and try to like look closer, but I'm not touching it. I'm just using telekinesis to hold it in front of me.
It doesn't move.
Oh. Pongu gets closer to it then.
Okay. You get closer to it. It's still just radiating this very bright white light out when you can only see it from a very specific vantage point.
Pongu will. Can Pongu counterspell or dispel magic? Can I dispel magic?
You can certainly try.
Pongo attempts to dispel the magic in that little area where the.
Okay, give me a moment. Detect, dispel.
Pongo while
Okay.
you're looking that up is just kind of being as inquisitive and arcanically inquisitive about this. Or what were you
Okay.
saying?
As you're approaching and you're looking around, Nyx is very, very nervous. He's just like following you around, wringing his hands. Kev, don't get.
I tell him to get out of my kitchen, basically, and tell him to go outside the cottage.
Fuck.
You're making me nervous.
You're making me nervous.
Okay, look, you. Sorry. If you would please wait outside, I would like to make sure that 0 wizards are dead or not gone or whatever is happening. I have no idea. I'm just talking. Please leave.
Make a persuasion check.
19.
He is angry at you, and he just like stares at you, daggers through you for a minute, just like doing the flared nostril breathing thing, as if he can't come up with any retort despite how badly he wants to, and he just walks outside and slams the door behind him.
Before he does, I wink at him and I like do I cutely push like one of my hairs behind my own ear as he's and then I get back into like this like analysis of this arcane whatever this is.
So when you cast Dispel Magic, nothing happens.
Would I have any sense from my training with Nalina what this could be, this anomaly or this whatever this is?
Make your choice of a history or arcana check.
Good. First roll. 27.
Is that history or arcana?
Arcana.
Arcana. Okay. So, yeah, you know what this is. Nylina warned you about tinkering with time magic and sort of the effects, the things that can go terribly, terribly wrong. You can intuit that this little point of light is a passageway to somewhere else. It's literally as if someone has taken a needle and pierced through all of the different universes at one time and left this behind.
Did she mention what one has to do to either reverse or engage or enter this thing or pull something out? Or...
No.
I'm probably gonna do something reckless, which is not good. Pongo would like. Pongo would like to enter this thing.
Okay. How so?
I would assume I would intuit that if I used additional time magic on this thing, it might cause some sort of temporal passageway or anomaly. I don't know. This is time magic. Nobody knows. It's soup, right? So he's just going to actually. Pongo's going to try to, on this particular item, use a chronal shift on it.
Okay. So on this speck of dust, you're going to try to use chronal shift.
Yes, which I don't know if it'll have any effect. I'm just trying to throw some type of time magic at it. Yeah.
Let's see. Chronal shift. That is...
Or like momentary stasis, whatever you think would be applicable.
Where is... Let's see. I'm trying to find Chronal Shift in your
Under features and traits, and then
features
all.
and traits. Okay. Chronal Shift. After you or a creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an attack roll on a
So if that not that, then momentary. Again, just trying to throw time magic at some form of dunamancy or chronomancy at it to see if it like has an effect.
Okay. So Chronal Shift is not going to work because that's as a reaction.
A reaction, sure.
Yeah, as like after you make an attack roll or an ability check or something like that.
Mhm.
And I would think that your perception check is kind of passed after that. So what is the other one you'd like to use?
The momentary stasis. As an action, you can magically force a large or small. What? I guess it's not a creature, right? It's a thing.
For the purposes of this, I'll allow you to use momentary stasis.
Okay, so I'm gonna attempt to just again use time magic on it because I don't know what spell I would use that wouldn't obliterate this cottage. This might obliterate the cottage, and I'm going to attempt to just see if it'll show me what the next steps might be or if there's a reaction.
All right. So, here's what happens. As you start to cast momentary stasis, and as this field of magical energy sort of fills the room and light starts cascading off of the many various knickknacks and papers and things in this cottage, the light starts to make a little bit of a noise and it starts to hum when it grows. And this light fills the space that this momentary stasis, it fills the energy field that momentary stasis has created. And there is a moment of warmth for you as this thing grows and envelops you, and then you are no longer standing in the cottage.
Where am I?
So you kind of float for just a moment in darkness. And then it's almost like you open your eyes and you find yourself standing in a forest. But you know that it's a forest even though it's basically pitch dark. You see the shadows of trees all around you. But apart from that, there are these glowing rivers. You don't know how you know they're rivers, but they are specifically one in particular. There is a waterfall off to your left, and it's glowing, and it's running down, and the river is forking and winding its way toward you, and then through you and out the other side, and then down another waterfall. You see several other of these streams off in the distance.
Punk would like to go chasing waterfalls, and we'll fly upwards to get a better viewpoint of what maybe this might be.
So as you fly upward, you notice that the rivers are this stream is actually flowing through you somehow. It's like it shrinks. And what'd you say?
Is this like actual time?
Make an Arcana check.
Am I on a time stream? I would like. Can I chronal shift myself? Action, your creature makes an attack, roll, ability check or saving throw. That's an ability check, right?
An Arcana check would be an ability check. Yeah.
Okay, let me just do it again. It's the same. It was a 13.
Okay. You're not sure. You're not entirely sure what this is, but it feels alive as it flows through you. And then you look off in the distance and you see these weird swirl, but I mean they are unmistakably rivers. And then it begins to rain, and the rain is glowing just as these rivers are. And the river that is flowing through you starts to rise above your head. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Balls. Okay. And now, if I have a red proficiency means it just adds onto it, right? Okay, yeah. 15?
15. Okay. That is not a success. You're going to take 21 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
God, that's like watching one whole episode of Dr. Phil.
Oh my gosh.
Pongu kind of like clutches his stomach and goes, "That's gross." Pongu closes his mouth immediately and is thinking like, maybe I shouldn't drink this stuff or inhale it. Do not do what Q would do. I wonder how he's doing. Anyways, what?
Currently being eaten by a shark.
at this exact moment, yeah. So this water begins to swirl around you, and your vision starts to fade in the corners, and eventually darkness envelops your entire psyche. You open your eyes again, and you're in a different forest, except it's black, it's darkness all the way around you. But in the distance, you see a tree branch 15 feet off the ground. Only a tree branch. You don't see the tree itself.
I go towards it.
And there is a child sitting on top of it.
Pongu would like to approach cautiously. Does the child see me already?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What does the child look like?
The child is probably 2 or 3 years old. And no, probably 3 or 4 years old. Yeah. And has light brown skin and purplish hair and wings. And it's just sitting, they're just sitting on the tree branch, swinging their legs.
Do I get a sense? I know you said the things that fell from the sky and flowed through. Would they have the quality of water?
Oh, yeah.
So, adult Pongu will do he's going to flourish his hands, and you'll see these two, owl figurines made of shape water kind of encircle him and fly around. And he's going to send it forth towards what I'm assuming is baby Pongu or young Pongu, and have it swirl around him, and go, I know this is what we used to do when all the other kids would pick on us. And we would make our own friends because everyone else didn't want to play with us because they thought we were weird.
We are weird. But I think there are worse things to be.
Yeah. Why are you here?
Why are you here?
I'm here to find our mentor. Have you seen her? And then he goes on to describes Nalina.
I've not seen her. But I think I'm here for the same reason you are. Huh.
What? And what reason is that?
Did you give him the name?
Of Nalina?
Yeah.
I did. I said it out loud. Yeah.
To find Nalina. Or Nalani. Or Nalino. I think she might have different names.
Pongu is trying to not look like a very concerned adult, and he's like, oh yeah, of course. Have everything under control. Are you okay here, or like do you need I don't know, like do you want to come with me so you're not here by yourself, and we can do this together, or
I think I need to stay here, but it's difficult to say what you should do at any given time, because any given time is different for someone else. And you realize, like, as this kid is talking, he's using a pretty immense vocabulary. Like, so you know, you're able to intuit that, like, time is weird and knowledge and consciousness is weird. So, like, this is all very overwhelming, but these are surface level thoughts that you get from this interaction.
okay.
But eventually, still swinging his legs, this child says, I think I should stay here, but I think what you want is over there. And he points just to an empty spot to the left of the tree branch.
Pongu, like, he's like, oh, okay. And before he turns, he like just reaches into a rucksack, and he's like, this is just a normal scone, but if you get hungry, and he floats it over to him, and then he like turns to go look at the spot that other Pongu was pointing and goes, you said over here?
Oh, well, I don't really like scones. You can take this back.
Pongu telekinetically brings it back to himself and goes, okay, if you get lost or bored, just sending ourselves, if you can do that. I'm very confused.
Oh, me too. I'm sitting on a floating branch.
Fuck, we are weird. Pongu just like,
You said a cuss.
are you not? Wait, I thought you were just like me, but like earlier, but in the future. I don't even know. And as he's trying to explain this, Pongu's just gonna like, flustered adult and like go, okay, don't go anywhere. If someone tries to talk to you, that's a stranger that I guess technically I would have been. Anyways, don't talk to them. Run away. Become we and just hide. Okay.
If you say so.
Okay. Pongu has had to deal with hundreds of little children of various ilk, and this is the first time he's probably encountered one that like has made him this like uneasy because it is himself. And he goes towards the spot that young Pongu was gesturing towards.
Okay. So as you step around the side of the branch and the child sitting on top of it flattens out into like from the three dimensions that you thought you saw. As you step around to the side, flattens out and disappears. And in their place is a little point of light piercing through the dark. And as you stare at it, it grows and glows and envelops you and sucks you inside of it. And you feel yourself swimming. You feel yourself swimming through time, through this you find yourself in this river that you were swallowed up in just a little while ago. Or was it days or years ago? You don't even really know. And then you open your eyes again. And you find yourself in this courtyard. There's grass, and there is a stone wall that goes up impossibly high into the sky. And there is another child, a different child, sitting in the dirt and just picking the blades of grass and stripping them apart like string cheese between her hands. And she's just sitting there barefoot doing this.
Does the child see me yet or no?
As a matter of fact, she does. She looks up. Oh, hello, Pongu.
Oh,
just ripping the grass.
what does this child look like?
This child is 5 or 6 and has brown hair, pale skin. Make an intelligence check.
16.
Looks like a kid.
Okay. Yeah, you know my name, but I don't know you.
Oh, I'm Nalina.
Wait, what? I mean, oh, hello. It's nice to meet you, Nalina.
Oh, we've met. You don't have to pretend.
Are you the Nalina that I know? Are you the Nalina that lives here?
I'm all the Nalinas.
And you know that the Nalina from where I'm from is missing, yeah?
Well, of course.
Is she here?
She's me.
And you're all the Nalinas as well?
In a sense, yes.
Nalina, you're the Nalina that taught me how to do all the things.
Mm-hmm.
But how come you're we now?
I wish I knew. I think I was doing something. Sorry, that's not the same voice. I think I was doing something and it broke. And when things break, sometimes things happen.
Yeah?
But I think I was doing something and it broke.
Do you want to be unbroken?
Oh, I don't necessarily think that's possible. But,
Wait. Are we both stuck here now?
oh no.
Are
No. I think you can leave.
with you?
Maybe?
Okay. Do you have this lesson prepared for today?
She kind of looks at you sideways. This isn't a lesson.
I just want to know how to get you back because Nyx and I don't know what we'll do if you're not there. I mean, we're the cottage.
Well, do you see that door over there?
Yeah.
And she points, and there's just a wooden door in the middle of the stone wall. You and one of me, I think, can go through that. That's what something in the back of my head is telling me. I don't know what it is. Here, help me up. And she holds her hand out.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll help
You
her.
grab her and you lift her. And like you're peeling a piece of like plastic wrap off of a new toy or something, this thin not to overuse the phrase two-dimensional, but this two-dimensional version of Nylena peels off of her and just pops out, while the other version of Nylena continues sitting on the ground in front of you.
Is the one that I pulled the old version or also a baby version?
Still a baby, still a child.
Child.
Time is weird, Pongu.
Yeah, you've told me that multiple times. Now, if I bring this one back, you're okay staying here, or would you like to come? I know you're all technically the same.
Oh, I'm not going to fight you. And when she says that, she says it in two voices. You see both of them speak at the same time.
Good, because I don't like fighting. I mostly ask for like defensive and like supportive spells. Okay. will you be by yourself here, or will you take care of the other me?
Oh. I don't think I'm actually here. I think this is... It's all so confusing. I used to know things and now I know less, and I'm afraid when I go through the door I'm going to know even less than I do now, but... A version of me needs to be where you come from. And I think other versions of me are in other places. And I think all of us have come together here right now.
Okay. So, in this multiverse of madness, you are all here right now. But you also, when we leave, you will also be everywhere all at once.
The summer's hottest movies.
Sponsor us.
Not exactly. Think of it like a beam of light. You can't... And then you see her furrow her brow and start to think. And she just can't find the description. And you've never known her to be at a loss for words when she's teaching you something.
Okay. I intuit that because they're all here, there's something that's impeding their natural course of being able to ideate and process and think.
Let me get you another intelligence check.
Okay.
Or Arcana.
Let's do with Arcana. 16.
All right, with the 16, you don't think necessarily that has anything to do with it. You think it's more likely that from what you know about time dilation and relativity and all of the weird things that no one really knows how to put words to, you get the feeling that maybe, just maybe, a part of her is being lost. It's not necessarily that there are so many versions of her in one place.
Mm.
It's something about the movement of time and her place in it has been displaced.
Okay. Knowing that or understanding that, I will I'll give her a little pat on the noggin and be like, okay, I'm going to bring one of yous back with me, and hopefully it fixes things. If not, I sincerely apologize for effing it all up. I didn't curse because you are tiny, and tiny me did not like it when I cursed. So, yeah.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
That's the mentor I know. God, do you need some scotch or wild brew? Oh wait, I don't have any. Sorry. We'll get it to you when we're on the other side.
All right, well, goodbye. And she continues just ripping the blade of grass as finely as she can rip it.
I gently take the 2D version of her and proceed to kindly fuck off into the golden door.
Okay, so you walk through the doorway and you land feet solid as you step through back in the cottage. And Nyx is sitting on the same stool that he was when you peeked into the window in the first place. And standing beside you is little baby Nelina. I would like for you to roll a d6.
What did I do? 4.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm peeking in. I'm assuming Nyx quickly turns around and sees us or me.
Pongu.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's who? What? Mm-hmm.
So, you know how time is weird, and you wanted me to save Nylina. Ta-da!
Y'all just adopted your mentor as a child.
Oh my god! I look at Nyx and I'm just like, how are you with children?
He turns on his heel, walks into the kitchen, and pours a clear liquid from a decanter into a glass, and he fills it up.
I turn to Nelina. Are you reconstituted up here?
I'm
What?
bored.
Oh no, you're not. Oh shit. I mean, Scott. I mean, spit. Yeah, that's a word. Why don't you? I like summon Nalani. Would you like to play with my bird?
So, when you summon Nalani,
Uh huh.
an interesting thing kind of happens. Nalani is a little bit taken aback by this kid. Like she doesn't avoid the kid, but she kind of behaves funny and kind of keeps a little bit of a distance and keeps looking between the kid and you.
Lani? What? Why you like this?
Something is weird, Pongu.
Yeah.
Something is weird indeed.
Are you, you're not secretly Nalina, are you?
I'm not secretly anything. But it does feel as if I'm looking into a mirror when I look at this child, and I do not like the way that feels.
Interesting.
Pongu, make an intelligence check.
Pongu succeed this intelligence check.
Pongu's going to lucky the shit up because he can do that now because that was
Nice.
oh my god, that was bad. It was a 9.
A 9.
Mm-hmm.
You're just confused and you're tired, and like 2 hours ago you think you were watching this giant green vein of sadness like murder people, and now you're looking at your mentor who is a kid and clearly doesn't remember anything, and your owl who thinks the kid looks like her. It's weird, it's confusing, and you're overwhelmed.
I'm just look. I know you're bored. You want to see things that are not boring. Come inside Nyx and I's cabin of fun things. Yeah.
That's a stupid name.
You know, we're working on it. What do you like to eat?
Cookies.
Okay, I can make those. And Nyx makes a very strong. Wait, you can't drink yet. Come, just yeah. Cookies inside.
Who are you? Why are you? You're not. Who?
I'm Pong.
And she like gets confused and like looks around. I'm hungry.
I turn to Nalani and I'm just like, can we go inside? We all of us, we're just gonna go inside.
Oh, you're all inside now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am like frantic, like as Nyx is trying to entertain this like manic child or whatever is happening. Pongu is like combing through his head of like working with all different types of children. He's
Sure.
even more like, what do I do? I've never messed with a time lost child.
So like Nyx is at this point, he's juggling like these really ornate glass paperweights, like just trying to keep, and one of like he drops one of them and it shatters. And ta-da! Like he's uncomfortable.
Oh dear. I'm frantically looking for her spell book or anything that shows what she may have been working on.
Okay. As you're looking around, I'd like to get an investigation check.
Balls. Okay. It's not bad. 24.
24. Okay. You find some papers that have some very complex magic, some scrolls that have some very complex magic on it. And you look at it and immediately you're overwhelmed. It's beyond your purview, but you feel like maybe if you spent a great deal of time with it, you might be able to figure out what it was she was trying to do. But
Okay.
you know, you have this lead, but you don't really know what to do with it, and it's going to take you a little bit of time to figure it out.
I'm gonna gather all that stuff and, like, with a lot of guilt on his face, turn to Nyx and go, Nyx,
Yes.
I need to ask you a favor.
No, Pongu. No.
Look, here's the deal. I have a set of charges that just walked into and he whispers, a fucking murder town, and I need to go help them. This is probably the safest place for Nalani. And can you just please, it's safe here. Don't let her do any magics. I don't think she can.
Have you seen this place?
I know.
And he points up, and there's like a bird cage that keeps blinking in and out of existence.
Do you want to go somewhere else?
I don't know where we can go. There are no crayons or anything.
I just,
I'll
crayons. Wait, how do you know crayons? You have crayons.
There's no time for coloring when you do what we do here. And he just he's sort of flustered, and he's draining his glass of alcohol, and now he's pouring himself another one.
Okay, you are currently fuming. You should not be,
I
around
dare you to take this away from me.
You are an adult with agency. I will not do that. But just know that you are the sole guardian of a child right now. The sole one, because I'm about to depart. With all of these books, and I trust, as her guardian, you will take watch over her, and I will be back when I can, or I will send, I will send gold so you can buy more drinky num-nums, $4 to one, and I will find crayons. I think Q might have some.
Can I say this is the worst thing any of us have ever done to anybody? And he has killed a guard in an alleyway.
I'll be back. It's fine.
You better come back.
I will be back. I might bring friends. I'm sure they'd love to see this Cavern of Wonders. Yeah, maybe once we're done saving the world, it will be fine. It'll be fine. Just keep us safe. We'll sort it out. Nalani will stay here. I'll go through all this stuff. We'll sort it out. You'll go back to, brooding and making mechanical...
Yes, I will.
We need to work on your feeling. Okay. You have a lovely time. Ponga boops him on the nose. Just remember, she's a growing wee lass. She does curse a lot. And I think she likes to drink, even though she only looks like she's 5 or 6. At least the other one did. I don't know. Time is weird. Don't let her do magic.
You see, she is holding like a glass jug of milk, and she's just fucking guzzling it.
She's a growing girl. Oh, I don't know how fast she'll grow. So, if you have to have the talk with her, I wish
Pongu?
you all the best. What?
Pongu,
Yeah?
if you're going to leave, you need to leave before I kill you.
Okay.
Much love.
I'll see you later. You know how to reach me. Okay. Uh, uh, Nalani, you will stay here with Nix, and he will watch over you while I sort out what's wrong with you. Maybe find someone else who knows, and Nix will do so many cool things that you won't be bored, and you'll get lots of cookies, right, Nix?
Indeed.
Okay. Very well. I'm gonna go. Pongu like immediately beelines for the door, and it's just like, what the shit did I do? Just holding all the things, and he takes off.
Wait.
For what? Yeah, what?
And Nyx kind of follows you. And he walks up behind you and he grabs your hand. I'm glad you didn't die.
Yeah, me too. Pongu starts turning shades of like springtime. And yeah, I am glad we didn't die. I didn't die. You didn't die. And don't die. This
Don't
is
die.
awkward. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Pongu's like waving, his like wing is waving as he's like trying to like carry all this shit, and like his hand is now like frozen in place, so he's like walking out with like the books and all the research, and yeah, it's just a mess.
Sure.
And he tries to head back,
So like when you step out of the cottage and the door slams behind you, you hear, "Fuck!"
Pongu winces and just tries to head back towards he'll head back to Kess's family's home.
Okay.
To deposit the things, try to connect with maybe one of the brothers, and share to kind of move things along, share what maybe happened with the most arcane savvy of Kess's family, and then we'll then go. And I need to get
It's her dad, and that's what's funny is that
Yeah.
he'll just be like, oh.
Oh.
And I'll also say something effective. Yeah, so they're staying in this cottage, which is like super magic-y. It's probably boring. So, if you want a little kid running around here and you want to, kind of temporarily become foster parents, that's cool too.
Well, we're not super far. The night ball is still very much so in memory. So I don't know how safe it is here for a kid. Yeah. But I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. If anything, if you could send like one of your servants, or if any of the boys want to go and play in the cottage to keep a 5-6-year-old presenting child company, that would be great. And give Nick some reprieve. Yeah.
I'm actually pretty sure Zev would have fun with that.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think she likes explosives and all that other stuff. So yeah, why not?
Ah, terrific.
Cool. I need to get back to your daughter and the rest of our friends. Which way is Pongu's like trying to like calculate how to get back the fastest?
Okay, so at this point, you've been talking to Art for several minutes, and he like kind of sighs, and he goes over and he pulls out a scroll, and it's a single scroll, and you can tell like he had to dig it from the back of a drawer. This is I've been saving this for a rainy day, but it seems like this might be your rainy day, and he gives it to you. And you look at it, and it is a teleportation scroll.
Oh, can this get me to Shallowgrave?
To the best of my knowledge, I think it can, yes.
Okay, that's if the teleportation rune is intact. But yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Art. Yeah, is there anything I can give your daughter or the rest of the party when I'm gone, or when I go back?
Just keep them safe.
Yeah. I'm sure they're fine. They're just having a laugh, maybe eating some sushi. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure they're fine. And at that point, we're going to cut to
Ah!
the adventure
didn't-
already in progress.
You didn't taste like sushi. It was more. It was more like iron. Anyways, I
Iron?
think actually we're flying and Kess is flying. So
So yeah, you guys have ostensibly, like, you guys have just landed. You said that you had traveled. You had flown 4 hours east of Shallowgrave. So you had just landed. The sun is coming up. It is dawn, but you did not get a long rest. And at this point, you don't even really have a short rest in you. But so yes, the sun is rising, and you can see, even after flying 4 hours away from it, you can still see this green traveling northward.
So, is this far enough, or do we need to go another 4 hours? I just need to sleep. We could
I don't
turn
know,
around and go right back. I just have to sleep.
May have to chance it.
Yeah.
I can stay up.
I'll do the hole. I'll dig a hole, like I used to
Dig a
do.
hole.
Remember?
Yep.
Yeah. And
That takes me back.
I mold earth and
So like last month.
and I dig a last month sized hole.
Okay. So this is where you're going to rest?
We're gonna, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Pure
it's a hole, and then you go in, and it's like a little like. The best way I know how to describe
It's
it is
like
like
a den, like a fox den.
a burrow, like a fox den. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. So yeah, you were able to get in there, and then you're all going to try to rest.
Yeah, Pierce will take first watch. He wants to kind of practice with something.
Okay.
Pierce, you should know. I think
Yeah.
Scott was trying to spy. Cause
Okay.
I saw an orb, and then I tried to see what he was doing, and I couldn't see him, but his orb didn't really see me. And
Well,
I think it was Scott.
if he ends up magic spying on us here, he's just gonna see a dirt hole, the
This is-
inside of a dirt hole.
This is
So-
true.
You know, just don't be saying latitude and longitude in your sleep. I know
Okay.
how you like to do that.
Yeah, I like to map
And-
things out.
Yeah, so don't do
What
that.
if I sleep with my butt sticking out of the hole?
As long as you don't have the map of where we are in your butt,
I
then you should be okay.
ran out of pockets.
It's, buddy, it's not a pocket. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. I need you to promise me now it's become an issue. It's tell me, say it back. It's not a pocket.
It's not a pocket.
Thank you. This is a hygiene related thing, so I need you to take care of yourself. I'm gonna take first watch, and you guys try to get some sleep. So Pierce crawls or climbs out of the hole, however it works,
Okay.
and
Make a perception check.
okay.
Oh, I give him Tibbins.
Okay.
Owl Tibbins, and Tibbins is being very needy and wanting pets.
Make
But
that
you-
perception check with advantage, Pierce.
21.
21. Okay. As you're keeping watch, you can still see, as I said, you can still see this sliver of emerald spreading out across the sky. And after a couple of hours, maybe 2.5 hours into your watch, you start looking, and it looks as if it's no longer one single vein. It's now splintered off. So it's creating sort of a network.
Do any of the veins, are they heading directly our direction, or do they seem to be going in random directions? Can I tell?
With the 21, they seem to be going in fairly random directions. It doesn't look like there's one heading more so in your not directly at you, but sort of along your path, if that makes sense. Like
The veins do when they like splinter off, do they seem like they're splintering with purpose, or do they look meandery? The reason I ask is I'm trying to get a sense of, is this thing searching or growing?
that's a good. Okay, make an intelligence check.
14.
Okay. It is, as it spreads out, it's really difficult to tell because you are far away, but it's certainly growing, but it's difficult to tell whether or not from this distance, it's difficult to tell whether or not it is also searching.
Okay. Pierce is gonna sort of pat the owl and go, "We're gonna stay as long as we can so they can get sleep. Meanwhile," and while Pierce was underwater and firing his guns, coming out of the water, you know how when you wear weights and you're doing motions with weights on, then you take the weights off and it feels a lot faster.
Mm-hmm.
Having been underwater a little bit, and then come out of the water, he got the sense that he thinks he can reload faster than he could. So Pierce is going to sort of spend the evening sort of like dry firing and reloading as fast as he can. Get the side note, asterisk, parentheses, Pierce has a new ability that I'm trying to write into the story.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
So Pierce feels like things are a little bit lighter, things are a little bit faster. So he's going to practice sort of quick reloading so that he can do it instantly and without thinking.
Okay. Okay, just for the fun of it, make a dex check, just to
Sure.
see how this first attempt goes.
Yeah. And that is a 17.
17. Okay. Yeah, definitely you feel more nimble. Something about being underwater and something about just the way that your abilities are increasing as you find yourself in greater and greater danger, perhaps. But yeah, you feel like you are becoming much faster at reloading.
Tibbins
So he's
holds up
okay.
a 7 out of 10.
so for the
Seven little
first
feathers.
one, he does as fast as he can, and he spends the next few hours like popping out a cartridge from Iris and like grabbing it in the air and putting it back in, taking a pistol out, slamming him in, and then a couple hours later, as Tibbins is holding up different signs, Pierce takes he grabs Tibbins and he pulls his wing out and then puts his wing over his eyes as a blindfold and just tells, okay, hang there. And then with the blindfold on, he's reloading as fast as he can, just trying to get a motion and a muscle memory as good as he can.
Okay. Do you go ahead and do a dex check with disadvantage this time?
Okay. It did get worse. A 9.
A 9. Okay, so you do accidentally fire, and the bullet just kind of like sinks into the mud, but the sound of it reverberates off the walls, and it wakes both Cass and Q.
Huh? What?
Huh?
Huh?
Oh God, are we under fire?
What's the...
Pierce walks back. My fault. All safe. Things are fine. Continue resting. Go back to bed.
Uh,
I didn't drop anything.
oh, you dropped something?
You promise nothing's out there?
I would wake you up if something was out here.
Okay.
Other than my shattered dignity, just go on back to sleep.
Okay. We can glue it back together tomorrow. She falls asleep.
It's not a pocket.
Okay. That's Pierce's evening.
Okay. So as your watch comes, are you guys trying to get a full long rest?
Yeah, we got 6 hours earlier.
Right.
So I don't, and then flew for 4, and then so I don't know how that works with.
So
you.
yeah, that's a little wibbly wobbly. What I'm gonna say is that I will give you a long rest with like I'll give you a long rest in which you wouldn't have to take any points of exhaustion by completing a normal day. I would give that to you in 5 hours because you did fly for 4. So, you know, I would say by noon or so,
Okay.
you guys have managed to get a long
So
rest.
for what it's worth, Pierce will not wake the other two up. Like he will stay up all night, and if they don't get up on their own.
I think Kess would definitely get up on her own after a while because she's a druid and all that stuff. So,
Q's gonna sleep in.
so I will let Pierce take like a 2-hour nap, and that should give me.
Okay, because Pierce, if you don't get at least 5 hours of sleep, you will take a point of exhaustion by the end of the day, just as a warning.
Yeah. I think he would do that.
He
would
would
take
get 5
it?
hours. Or
He
he
would,
would.
if Kess got up and relieved him, he would go take a nap, but
Yeah.
he's trying to let them get as much sleep as possible because he knows that they need sleep for their abilities. Pierce doesn't really,
Sure.
so he would just power through if left alone.
Okay,
Sure.
well,
Okay.
Kess will still wake up and send him to nap because she is wanting him to take care of himself. So.
Sure. Okay. Easily enough.
Okay.
And unless there's anything else that you guys would like to do, your rest comes and goes, and I would say that if you're snoozing through the day until all of you have had long rests, I would say that you are all able to achieve that.
Okay.
Um,
yeah.
What's,
Okay.
Do I
what's
get
the
long
big green
rest?
vein look like?
Yeah,
So the
we're
big green
definitely
vein-
watching that though.
Yeah, so and you've got to come out of the foxhole to look. But as the day progresses, it's getting brighter and you can even see it in the sunlight. But it's getting closer to you, but it's still not quite there. It's nowhere near as imminent as it was the night before. And it's not necessarily coming directly at you, but again, you've seen it splinter off. So you don't know if it'll do that again.
What's the plan, Stan?
So I need someone to teach me how to make this work. And Pierce holds up the rod of retribution. I don't know if we have time, but I've heard you say you have to attune to these things. And I don't know how to do that.
Oh.
Yeah, you just like study it and here and click this button and then it's just you attune to a magic item over a short rest. So they spend the rest of their rest. Q shows them how to do it, and then it's like, you want to practice?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I hit you?
Wait.
What?
Should we just practice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Q jumps back, pulls out, summons his weapon in the bow and arrow form, and shoots Pierce point blank.
Does Pierce have to do anything with the rod, or is it just by virtue of it being in my possession?
It's a reaction. You use a reaction to
Okay.
cause me to. I don't have the rod anymore, but I believe it's you cause me to make a dex save or some sort of save.
Right.
Yeah, DC 13 dex save.
Yeah.
So not knowing how magic items work, when you fire, Pierce is going to take the rod and try to like Jedi block it,
Good.
even though it's completely unnecessary. He's
Well, I
gonna
still have to hit
swing
you,
it.
to be fair. So
True.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a 19 to hit.
Tibbins holds up a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then Pierce swings it, uses a charge.
Okay.
Oh, but you only take 7 damage.
Da-da-da-da. Okay, so now you have to make a DC 13 dex saving throw.
That's a 12.
Okay, so
Yeah.
That's 4.
Pierce, now you roll 2d10.
Okay, 2d10.
And Q, like, having done this multiple times, is like, oh.
It's a total of 10.
Okay, so Pierce, as you like basically try to parry with a, treating this thing like a sword, you do like you swing it, and as the damage hits the arrow, this crystalline eyeball at the tip of the rod begins to glow, and it shoots lightning directly back at Q, and Q takes 10 lightning damage.
So I took 7 from your shot.
There.
Okay, from there. Okay.
Arrow hit
Oh.
you.
Ha! Oh, shit. You okay? Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. You just did magic.
Holy shit! I just did magic. I feel
Yeah.
weird. I feel like one of the group.
Yeah,
I'm amazing.
you're just like us.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Okay.
cool?
Kess, I did magic.
She's
Yes, Pierce did magic.
not paying. She's ready. She's that's great. She's just looking over.
Yeah, sure, that's fine, honey. Ask your mother.
Timmons is paying attention and like clapping and everything. Cass is just like, okay.
All right. Okay. We're ready. I'm ready. I got this.
Okay,
Ready
but-
when? Yeah.
You can only do that times. I think 3.
3 times
yeah.
a day.
You got 3 times, and it reloads in the morning. Or-
Does this thing have to rest, or does it?
Mhm.
So if we stay up all night, it's not going to gain a charge back in the morning.
Does it say a day, or does it say after a long rest?
It resets at dawn.
At dawn. Oh, then no, it doesn't have to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So sometime when the sun comes up, it
Mhm.
just
It just
is it solar
like
powered?
Sheryl Crow. It just soaks up the sun.
Oh man. When the Sheryl Crows fly at dawn, that's a sight to
That's
see out
That's
of
just the
Evercrest.
name because I found it on a dead crow, so I called it Sheryl Crow.
Yeah. But you wouldn't share it.
No,
take
you
it.
don't share a crow because first of all, they're not the best tasting birds. So it's like, I mean, you could share a crow, but like only with someone you didn't really like that much.
Sure. What's the best tasting bird you've eaten?
Albatross.
Okay, I can see that. There's a lot there.
No, chicken. Sorry.
Thought you had more taste than that, Q. Cass, are you ready?
Okay, yeah. But okay, we're going back to where the compass says to go. Yeah, that's where we're going because that's what I am writing down and journaling about.
Okay, so this is made of glass.
The compass?
The compass, yeah.
I think it's got a glass top, right?
Glass top.
So yeah, it's made of glass. It's a glass box, and there's this yellowed kind of dust on the inside, and the top is like this metal spinner on top.
It's like pollen. This yellow dust look like pollen.
Well, do you think this is the same cloud, same stuff that frenzied you?
Just for an abundance of clarity, I said yellowed, so it's like off white.
Okay.
Yellowed.
And that
Yeah.
was like a orangey yellow, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe it's a less strong version.
What I'm worried about is that that compass was supposed to lead us somewhere else in the water, exactly where we were, and we got out because I attacked y'all, obviously, which was a good decision to leave, but we have to go to the exact same area, which is that
Ooh,
boat
wait a
with the
minute.
pollen.
You're saying that this wasn't the treasure we were looking for. This was
the key
the
to the
way
treasure.
to find the treasure. God,
Yeah.
that's frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So we have to fly 8 hours back exactly
Hold
where
on
we
a
were.
second.
And then, oh wait, we can get
Hold on a
there
second.
Flew
faster.
north, and then we flew directly another way. So actually, if the square root of an isosceles triangle,
It would
it
be,
would
oh, that's
be-
true. It would be about 5 hours.
yeah. Oh wow!
Or
Did you do that? Okay.
we could, I'm really good with percentages and angles and things like that.
Pythagoras.
I also just took 2 extra intelligence points. But
Huh.
but we can just use a tree. I get right back in the city.
true. Yeah.
Unless
I
you
used
wanna
a
use
tree
the-
earlier.
Okay, well, we won't be using that tree. We'll find a different one.
Hey,
I'm proud of you for using a tree. That's good.
I'm growing.
Yeah.
Tibbins
not
holds
bad.
up a 10 out of 10.
The quick question about the shit button. What's the recharge on that? Because I don't know if it's. I was reading it and I didn't know if it
Daily,
was.
long rest.
it
Daily, I
think.
believe. Yeah.
Speaking of
Okay.
the shit button, and growth is that I don't want to posit for the entire group here, but I think that the shit button should only be used when we're not near the ocean.
Okay, no, I think that's a valuable lesson learned.
Okay,
but
oh,
I
It helped.
It got us into deep. Well, did
It
okay.
did. What
Fine.
if y'all had have hit the stuff as well and started attacking each other, and then there would have been 3 of us that went crazy.
This is a valid point.
Or you could have done what I did before and attracted more sharks. And then all the sharks are just eating everything.
oh man.
I think we were at more danger of attracting more sharks when we went 8 hours or 8 hours, a mile, further into the ocean, because
Well,
that's where the sharks are.
Kess, are you feeling okay? Are you rested? Are you good?
I'm good. I would like a plan. Do we want to tree teleport in to the city or tree teleport out of the city? Because I can do it once.
Are we trying to get back to the boat?
Well, no,
Oh,
because that's just a theory. I'm not entirely sure that we need to go directly to the boat. That's worst case theory, in my
what's
opinion.
best case? His best case is that's the treasure.
This is not the treasure. This is telling us where the treasure is.
But-
Give me that.
Ah,
Wait, I think I have it. Okay. Okay.
true
Okay.
treasure was the friends we found along the way.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I scry?
You can certainly try.
It rhymed.
On Nick Cartagena? Since I have his stuff?
You can certainly try.
Okay. If I fail, that's fine. I'm testing before I'm doing. Pierce would be proud.
Look at all of us growing.
Shut up, Q.
Oh,
Shut up, Wesley. Okay.
look at
I'm
two
kidding.
of
You
us
can,
growing.
you can keep talking. I'm joking.
Likeness or picture, possession or garment. So you have so it's just -4 off of their save.
Okay. Roll.
Bro.
And what am I roll? It's wisdom 17.
Wisdom.
Dude,
Minus 4.
this is weird. That's a fail.
I failed or you failed? You failed?
I failed. Yeah. No, it's
Okay.
Nick Cartagena failed.
All the Cartagenas are about to be on the table.
All right. This is weird. This is weird, but exciting. So, you cast Scry.
Yes.
You cast Scry. And you feel yourself wrapped in wind and darkness. It's a familiar sensation. You've done it several times. And you land. Your focus shifts. You see yourself looking around. You are in the castle in Evercrest. You are in the throne room in Evercrest. You see the throne is not there. You see the king, but the king is not in the centerpiece of your focus. What is in the center of your focus is this tall pedestal with an ornate metal. When I say metal, I mean like a fine metal bowl. And inside the bowl is a billowing emerald flame.
Okay.
And we're going to take a break.
Oh, man.
Be right back. The meeting will come to order. This is Adventures Abridged. The story you're about to hear was created almost entirely by improvisation during a Dungeons & Dragons campaign over the course of 2 years. And at the time of this recording, that same adventure is still taking place. You don't need to know anything about D&D to be able to enjoy this story. This podcast takes the highlights from more than 100 hours of gameplay and distills them into a story that's easy to consume in chapters of 15 minutes or less. Join the Nobodies on an adventure, years in the making, on Adventures Abridged. New episodes every other Monday. And we're back. So, when we left off, Kess had just scryed using the possessions of Nick Cartagena, and seen the Emerald Flame in the throne room of Evercrest. What are we doing?
It's 10 minutes, right? So I'm just kind of chilling out and watching it.
Okay.
I think it's 10 minutes. Yeah, it is.
Pierce, I always get bored when she does this. Do you wanna test out the rod again?
Do you think it would freak her out if we like picked her up and carried her outside? So when she came back, she was somewhere else. She's like, "Oh, where am I?"
You ever have one of those dreams where you wake up and you think you're somewhere, but you're not that place, and you wake up and you're like discombobulated?
Every single time I wake up,
Yeah, because
I don't know where I am.
Yeah, so it would be like that. Or what if you picked her up and spun her around like really, really fast? Would she be dizzy?
That's a good
When
question.
She came out, like, would
Do you
she
want to
be
give it a
dizzy?
shot?
No, she scares me. She literally just attacked us as a shark. I don't want to piss her off again.
Yeah. Are you okay with that? Like, do you need to talk about feelings?
You know, you're getting worse at this. No, I
At
mean,
least
I
I'm
get
trying.
it. Like, listen, again, as someone who has attacked plenty of people outside of his own control due to, like, control someone else taking over your path. Like, I get it. I don't
Well,
I
also
don't blame
sometimes in your control because you bit me one time.
you were trying to take my chicken.
Yeah, well,
To be fair, that was a reflex. I am sorry for that. But most of the time, outside of my own control. And so I can't really blame Kess for that. It sucks, and it was scary as hell, but, like, I'm not upset. Are you upset? I know you have also trust issues.
me? No. I was more worried that I was gonna hurt her, but she seemed okay. So as long as she's okay, honestly, I'm fine.
That's what scared me the most, is because I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna knock her out because Kess always comes back. And then, like, when we were done, you were like, what if Kess didn't come back? And I was like, I didn't think about that.
But no, you were right. Kess always comes back. You're right. Now,
So do you want to spin her around?
let's spin her around.
Yeah, okay.
So we're gonna spend a few minutes spinning Kess around while she's crying, just to see what happens.
All right. So, while this is happening, Kess, as you spend 10 minutes in the scry, you don't seem to be noticed. You see the king kneeling in front of the flame. And every once in a while, the flame will, like, expand and become more luminous. And you'll see, like, his eyes sort of wash over in green briefly. But he's just kneeling, almost in meditation, just in front of the flame.
Is it just the king in there?
Yes.
And is he saying anything as he's meditating?
No. Ten minutes comes and goes as.
can I-
Go ahead.
Make a perception check to see if I see anything else of note.
Sure.
Okay. (16 plus 13, 29.
Jesus. With a 29, you as you're looking around, you see the same map that you saw Scott and King Tamarind looking at. and you see on the table. I'm trying to figure out if you would know what this is, but with a 29, I feel pretty damn confident that you would pick up on this. You see a cipher.
Okay.
And it's very crude, and it's very, it's just one little bit of parchment that's out on the table, but you see characters that correlate with common.
Okay.
And you see characters that you recognize from the back of the compass, from seeing them in the when you were underground in that temple in Saihoff.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get you to make an intelligence check with disadvantage, because this is a very quick look, and you have to. All you got is your memory. So how much the success of this intelligence check, which you just took 2 points in.
I did just take 2 points in intelligence, baby. They're both natural ones.
Mm-hmm.
They are both natural ones. So pissed off.
You can't win them all. So yeah, as
Usually keep rolling natural ones.
so yeah, as you're looking, and just as you realize, oh fuck, this is a cipher. I'll be able to use this to. Your room starts to spin.
No. She's saying this. She's saying this. No.
Woof. Your eyes open, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as the room spins around you, and you just see
16.
16. Okay. You are very dizzy, but you do not throw up on Q and Pierce as you stare at them, unable to remember anything from the cipher that you saw on the table.
Okay, wait. We have an important question. Are you dizzy?
Yes.
Oh, you were right. You were right.
You owe me money. Probably
I don't
me.
have any, but I'll find you something
Me.
shiny next time we go somewhere.
I've-
Okay, what'd you see? Is Nick still alive?
I saw the emerald flame,
That's not what you were supposed to be doing.
and then I saw a cipher.
What did it say?
I don't know. I was spinning.
Oh shit.
You takes like 3 steps back.
Pierce takes 3 steps forward and he puts his hands on Kess's shoulders. Kess,
What?
I'm sorry
Yep.
if Q fucked up your scry.
Sure, it was
And then
just
steps
him.
back.
Positive, it was just Q.
Yes. With my very large body and arms, I spun you.
Yeah.
He says from somewhere around your kneecap.
Okay, what do you, when you say a cipher, what does that mean?
I saw a okay, so the back of we'll rewind all the way back. So
Words.
you know the temple in underground with the dirt and the Augustus student and the Saihoff. You know, remember that temple? And there was all the
Oh,
weird
she
stuff.
took my paddle ball.
Yes, but
Yeah.
there was all the weird stuff on the walls and we couldn't understand it. I saw the cipher that could tell us what all that means, and then I also saw the cipher that would tell us what the back of this means, and I hold out the compass and directly into Pierce's face. What this means.
Okay.
And then I cannot tell you what the cipher was
Why not?
because I was spinning.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So
But we learned something.
But Nick Cartagena is the Emerald Flame. It's the same thing.
Wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense.
I specifically scried on Nick Cartagena. Nick Cartagena, it was a flame in the room. Oh, the king was there and he was meditating with it. But I don't care about him as much. It was the flame.
Okay.
How can Nick Cartagena be the flame?
Well,
What is or was Nick Cartagena a god or a titan or something?
Excellent question.
that book. I have that book.
You have the book.
I have a book on the gods, and I have two actually on the gods and titans. And hang on, I can find the name of the book.
Yep.
Y'all talk.
Okay. Q, you were. There was a. I think that this was a success, no matter what. It was a good day.
Something.
We learned something. We don't always learn something.
We're growing.
And you know, if we go end up at the castle and we end up, you know, defeating the Emerald Flame and freeing the kingdom and Earth and
Saving the world.
everything, saving the world, we could take that cipher and go do some light reading along walls all across the continent if we wanted to.
That sounds like a good follow-up.
Yeah,
The World Saviors.
sure, yeah. It has sequel written all over it, but in cipher, we won't know what it says.
Well, we will, because we have the cipher.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah.
We don't have the cipher. I saw a
we
cipher.
would if Cass didn't get dizzy.
Right.
Should you? It was a shark.
Huh?
She's just so mad right now.
Did you find the book you were looking for?
I can't find the name of the book, Zach. I know it's in here. I'm stressed. I got two books from the library. One was on gods and deities.
Mm-hmm. And the other was on ancient civilizations or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to look through those for anything that even remotely looks like Nick Cartagena, especially
Okay.
now that I know that there are spaces.
How much time are you gonna spend doing that?
Until they snap me back to reality.
Oop, there goes gravity.
There
I
it is.
mean,
$10,000, I would have bet.
I am guessing out, basically.
All right. So I'm not gonna make you roll for this because it does not matter how much time you spend looking through this book, you're not gonna find any mention of Nick Cartagena.
Hey. Cat.
What?
It's okay. We still have leads. We still know where we're going. We still have things to collect and do. And you saw that either Nick is the Emerald Flame or became the Emerald Flame, or has the Emerald Flame as a pet. I don't know how this shit works, but it's you did great. We learned something today.
Okay.
You're
Okay.
good.
Okay.
Everything's okay.
Okay.
You're
I
putting
got
a
it.
lot of pressure on yourself. That's it. That's all I had to add.
Can I like turn
You want
in-
to punch me?
No, I need to she snaps her pencil in half and it's just like
Okay.
I'm gonna grow a flower real quick.
Okay.
Hey, if that's when I'm that upset, sometimes I like stabbing a tree or punching the dirt or shooting a goose or something. If growing a flower makes you feel better, go for it.
Please don't shoot geese. They're very intelligent and wonderful creatures. Please do not do that. And I go over to the dirt and try and grow a flower.
Pierce looks at Q as she walks away and goes, "Geese are assholes."
Actually, the third
They
best
are,
tasting
though.
bird.
No.
Okay. So, the flower begins to sprout, and the petals unfurl. And the ground beneath the flower starts to glow. There's like a circle that starts to glow on the ground, like around, in about a 10-foot diameter around the flower. And as you sit there and you stare, after a moment, Pongu lands straddling, basically lands straddling the flower and just almost trampling it.
Oh, it worked.
Pierce
Sorry.
turns and starts cleaning Iris or something. He turns.
You,
Did I summon you? Did you Did you?
Yes and maybe.
Pongo's back.
And hello, I told you I'd be back. I'm also a father.
Pierce turns around and he walks up to Pongu and he looks pissed. And Pongu has this, a lapel or a vest or some. Do you have a top on?
Yes. Let's go with yes.
Okay. Pierce is going to grab it and pull him up like in Batman 1989 when Batman grabs the Joker and like gets right in his face. And he goes, "Welcome back." And then he puts a couple of arms around him and gives him a hug.
Pongu, one tear just rolls down his cheek. Yeah, I'm back, and I am also a caretaker of a child. Don't worry, it's not here. I left it with Nyx. I left Nylena and Nalani, who might be the same. I went to a weird place. How are you all?
I jump in on the group hug.
Oh, hello, Kate. Where's Q? What? You all... It smells like more trauma. Q?
Q.
I didn't know people came back.
Pongu is going to gently set Kess and Pierce aside, and he's just going to. He doesn't really have to kneel down too far, but he's going to envelop Q in his fairy wings, and there's going to be like a little shimmer from the fairy dust, and you smell immediately in the air that it smells like just a warm spring day, and there's blossoms, and as he unfurls from Q, he has a bunch of baked goods and treats and meat in his arms. Like, Q, this is for you. Pierce, I made cinnamon flavored. Well, I just made a bit of everything. And Kess, vegetarian, all the things.
You don't
During
have
the
to
hug-
butter me up, buddy.
During the hug, Q didn't hug back, but like his body sort of went limp on you before you broke off the hug. And crying.
And Pongu is just going to. Did I missed a lot, huh? Even though it's only been a day.
You can get into a lot of shit in a day.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah, I adopted a child.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything that stupid, but Kess bit Q. I shot Kess. We have a compass. But we're kid free.
Yeah, well,
Kid free.
kids aren't too bad. I mean, I say this knowing that I don't currently have it. Has it? Has her. I'm sorry. I'm new to this parenthood.
Wait. Nick's the guy? The guy?
Yeah, we're
And
just
you
friends.
have a child?
Yeah, well, our child is
After
my
a
mentor.
day? What?
My child is my mentor.
That's very cute, but children are stupid and they can't teach us shit.
She
Did you-
taught me
but-
many years of magic, but now she's a child. I don't know. I went to a place I don't fully understand. I would like, if you have arcane advisors, I have a lot of books. Pongu starts like unfurling scrolls and stuff that he pulled out, and it's like, I need to figure someone who can teach me more or unpack this. Anyways, he puts it all away. Wow, where are we? It's happening.
Oh, that's the bad. And that was the bad. And we have a compass.
I pooped on
And-
Captain Riddick.
Yeah.
Oh,
He doesn't know Captain Riddick.
Yeah.
pooped on. Okay,
I
don't-
saw the emerald flame. It's literally a flame in a bowl.
Oh,
The
But
lightning tried
Wait.
to grab me.
Hold on.
That happened.
That I remembered something that was a question,
oh,
and I'll phrase it as such.
okay.
My question
Doing
is,
good so far.
okay, thank you. When you saw you said it was a bowl with a flame in it.
Yeah.
Was that just one of the sets of embers, like the other sets of embers that we need Ash to go put his greasy mitts on, or is this like an origin, something else? Is this different?
It wasn't. Was it embers, Zach?
No.
I didn't
It was
think
flame.
it was. Yeah. There were no embers.
Okay.
It was
So-
just a bare flame, and it kind of grew a little, and then would like glow and stuff.
oh,
Okay. So there's 2 sets of embers and this glowing bowl of green fire.
Yes, but the green fire, I think, is the source of the emerald flame as much as it can be on this plane. Or
Oh.
can be in this state. It's growing, I think.
What? So,
Be-
what would keep us from just going in there and just throwing water on it?
well,
Yeah, Q could pee on it.
I mean, not right now. I used a tree, but
That's twice in one day. But proud of you.
no, it's just been like 10 minutes or something. I don't.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Well-
continuity.
Well, we could. I don't know. Go try that, but
Or like, take it to the ocean with us and just duck it.
Well, I'm guessing it kind of came there with the wave.
If the emeralds are in the ocean, I don't think the water's going to put it out, now that I think about it. Because one set of emeralds... Oh, Pongu.
yeah.
We found this compass. It's pointing in a direction to where we think one of the last 2 treasures are. That was where we were going next. Do we need to go babysit or do something stupid with this dumb, stupid kid? Or
No.
can we
Kess's,
continue on with real stuff?
Kess's brother is watching. It's yeah.
Which brother?
Jesus Christ, we have to go now.
Which
we
brother?
have to go.
I think it was Zev. Is what your father said.
Yep, 100%. We got to go.
Okay, hang on.
That's
No,
fine.
hang on. Zev is very good with kids. It's really surprising, but honestly, like,
At getting them high.
no, he gets high before he goes, and then he just plays like he's a kid. It's actually really funny to watch.
Nalina
okay, well.
likes to sometimes take parts of magic and shove them in other parts of magic, and just
It's
see
not a
what
pocket.
happens. Yeah. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
But things.
He's right, though. It's not a pocket.
It'll be fine. I'm sure having your brother and my old mentor who likes to make magic things explode are fine.
Yeah.
Besides,
He definitely will not watch her, but he will also have fun.
Perfect. That's all that children can really ask for, isn't it? Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Fun.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
And I may regret asking this question. You said your mentor was a kid.
Now, yeah.
Now, your mentor wasn't always a kid.
No, she was yeah.
When your mentor was teaching you, was your mentor a kid?
No,
And is now a kid?
currently yes.
Why?
You see, there was when I returned home, and why Nyx asked me to come home is there was this hourglass, and there was this like piece that was broken and not broken. Anyways, I used a bit of magic on it, and I got pulled into it and put into a different plane, and then I saw a version of myself, but I also saw Nalina, who also might be Nalani, my familiar, and then I pulled a piece of her out and
Oh,
brought
yeah.
her back.
The
And
time
that-
knife. We've all seen it.
A time? Not what?
Good place reference. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh.
So, anyways, yeah, it's just
Okay, so you're not gonna turn me into a kid. Or make me a younger version of myself or anything. Because I hate that fucking shit.
no. I don't know how to do
you
that.
want to be old and grumpy?
Look, I sucked as a kid, trust me.
Why? I can imagine a young little blue-haired Pierce running around.
Oh, Pangu, we found out
Yes.
new stuff. Oh,
It's okay. You can
What?
tell him.
his hair hasn't always been blue.
Oh, was it like black and it got different?
No.
Nope, that would have been cool. It was blonde.
Oh, that's also cool.
It was blonde and I couldn't shoot for shit. I sucked.
Well, now look what you've grown up in. Just
So
a great shooter.
I'm confused. You dyed your hair blue and you got good at guns?
Yeah.
What would have happened if you dyed your hair red?
Fire.
Would you have been good at something else?
Maybe red gun. I don't know. Wait. What are you linking blue hair to guns for?
You linked it first. You said you were shit at guns and your hair was blonde. Now your hair's blue and you're good at guns.
This is true. You did say that exact same thing.
You might. Who knows? Maybe we'll run into another version of different.
I don't have
accent.
hair, but if I dyed my scalp, could I get good at guns?
That's what I said, but that was a weird thing for you to hear.
You want me to hear something other than what you said?
Sometimes I don't have time.
So where are we
Yes.
heading off to?
To the
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, so that's the thing. Do you want me
It's
to?
really good at math,
Do we need to?
so we're gonna do this.
Oh yeah, that was.
Continuity.
Do we want to go through tree or fly and then leave through tree, or we could?
Also here, Ponga returns the knob. Yeah.
Okay, so we can go through tree and then leave through knob.
Oh, we have so many get out of jail free cards. I also have the shit button.
Oh
What's the
Wait,
shit
like
button?
Cartman.
man, the shit button really. It is.
Did you find more treasures?
That's what you gave. You gave us the shit button.
Oh, well, I identified and I gave it to you. I didn't know. Disseminate. I just kind of gave you, the.
Oh, the shit
Yes.
button was with all of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I give this thing a whack right here, and we all go in a random direction. It
Together.
Sometimes into the ocean.
It was cool,
And,
it
also.
saved the day.
Mhm.
It saved the day, Cass.
It did, yeah.
What?
Oh, I
Okay.
tried to eat them. We still didn't really talk about that. I
No,
tried to
yeah, I said you bit Q.
Yeah, I tried to kill them.
He shot you.
I thought you just took a nibble.
No, I tried to end them.
It was a honking. It was a honker of a bite.
I
Did I not leave enough food?
Do you see Pierce's arm? And I feel like Guess has probably been trying to help sew up his jacket a little, like in downtime, just stitch it up.
Pongo's just gonna rub a mending over it. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't want to intrude, but yeah. Okay, so a lot happened. You attacked Father Shit Button. Something about not
Green
a pocket. Wait, what?
The green
Oh,
vein.
just
in
look
the
up.
The
sky.
green vein.
Green
Yeah,
vein.
the
Oh,
green vein.
and I saw the
Yeah.
emerald
And-
flame.
Green
Emerald
vein.
flame.
Scott tried to scry on me, and I think
Oh.
Piers.
Nah, no one can scry on me.
Are you?
I think I have anti-scry on me.
That's
Do
fascinating.
you want me to see if you do? Because I could try and.
You can give it a shot, but I guarantee you it'll fail. I don't drop shit. Things to know about me. I don't drop anything. No one can scry on me.
Oh, we also learned that Cass can get dizzy while scrying.
Yes, we did learn that. That was very helpful.
We also learned that there's a cipher
Bill Cipher.
for
Yeah.
all of this stuff that we don't understand.
Huh. Wow.
hmm
So, pound for pound, who had the better adventure?
Clearly, you all.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
Pongo
not.
starts thinking about the other dimension. You all.
I mean,
Peeling a human off of a human.
I did try to kill them.
We keep coming back to that. We're gonna have to come up with a new story.
Well, but he had a kid, so really.
Are you saying that you could have ended a life as another began?
It seems that way.
An eye
Look,
for an eye.
Whenever we go back, we might be able to stop by. Yeah. You all wanted to see the cottage eventually anyway, yeah?
Does she look like you? Did she get your eyes?
No. It's adoption, Q.
I don't know how this works. We lay
Ne-
eggs.
Neither do I.
It takes longer than a day.
How do...
Are you gonna regret
Are we
this?
about to talk about reproduction right now? Ponker, you have to tell Q about semen. I forgot. Oh, man.
No, that actually doesn't have to happen. That doesn't have to happen.
It
And
depends on which
I
semen.
pooped on a semen. There's the episode title.
You've been pooping on lots of people lately.
Well, it's the same person. He's Captain Riddick. He's a seaman.
Okay, I didn't know if you were making a habit.
It was the ocean.
You don't
was,
kink shame.
yes,
oh, we
I'm,
didn't. It was full of semen. Just semen. As far as you could see, semen
Yeah.
to the left, semen to the right. When we were out in the ocean, there was semen all over us.
to the windows, the walls,
There was no
Yeah.
windows in the ocean.
on the boats.
Oh, yeah.
I
Anyway,
live with many semen.
Everywhere.
I think
Or as the actor-
we're off track. We're Pongu, we're glad you're back. Don't ever leave again. And we're on our way to find the next thing.
Yeah.
Well, the
And
same
we-
thing. We're going back. We'll see.
To the place that you all went to before and where you began to engage in Hungry Kessie.
I could have turned into a hippo, okay?
I think that we
Those are
have
scarier.
a new nickname for Fluffy.
Here's the thing, guys. I wasn't hungry. I just wanted to kill you.
Oh, wow. Imagine.
Yeah. So,
Can I please?
do you want to call me Hungry Kessie?
I did it. This is it. I am going to go cook.
Can I get a
Because
group
she's hungry.
intelligence check, please?
What? Intelligence?
Yes.
Oh, Lord. 20.
Oh, everyone?
Dirty.
16.
3.
No.
Natural.
Uh-oh. Damn! Oh.
And I just took intelligence!
I'm sorry.
Pissed
4.
off!
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say. As Pongu is stress cooking, and as you all are preparing to leave, Kess, you take another look at the compass, and it's spinning around in circles. Doesn't matter where you point it.
No. It was. Oh no. No. It's spinning.
Is that a happy no, or is that an
No.
upset?
That's the Scott got it.
What?
Oh,
He got the thing. It's spinning. It's not on this plane anymore. Because it's not with us.
Pierce, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
$13.
Okay. As you were sitting there, and as the compass is spinning wildly, and as Pongu is cooking, the smell of whatever it is he's Pongu, what are you cooking?
we are making cinnamon toffee cake.
Cinnamon toffee cake. So while Pongu is miraculously without a kitchen, like just with a fire, like he's magnificently, gloriously making a cinnamon toffee cake, the compass is swirling around. Pierce, what's your passive perception?
Passive perception is 12.
Mine's 23. Do I see anything?
Pierce sees it. Kess
Oh, no.
sees it. There is briefly an orb, a silver orb.
Fuck.
And the moment that you look at it, Kess, the ground begins to glow and Scott appears in front of you. He looks like absolute death. He looks like he has lost 40 pounds. He was not a large man to begin with. He looks like he has lost 40 pounds. His eyes are sunken in and yellowed. His skin is jaundiced. And his teeth are chipping away under the pressure of being ground, like as he's sleeping, it seems like. And his teeth are bared and his eyes are wide. And he lunges for you, Kess, reaching for the compass in your hand. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
No.
Oh, he was so hot. What happened, Scott?
Is he hot? I didn't remember.
You
No
dabbled in the
hot, Scott.
wrong magic.
Wow.
No hot, Scott. When you go to the dark side.
Guys, thank you for joining us for session 50 of this show, which is now Adventures Unabridged. We appreciate all of the love as we've made this announcement this week and as we've announced Adventures Abridged. And we thank you for letting us do this weird passion project for 50 episodes and giving a shit about us. We really super appreciate it. We love you. Take care of yourselves. And meeting adjourned. I was like, is there anything else I need to say? But no, that was
forgot how it
pause
worked.
for dramatic effect.
Ah, okay.
Meeting adjourned.
Okay.
Good night.
Bum bum.
Good night,
Bum,
bye.
bum, 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 bum.